Hey, this is your hillbilly historian coming to you from the East Tennessee hills of Appalachia to give you some truth about history and what's going on in the world today. I'd like to talk about global warming. Now, I don't think global warming is a hoax. Global cooling is not a hoax. There are major temperature changes on this planet ongoing all the time. In the last 4,500 years, there's been 75 major temperature shifts from hot to cold and cold to hot. And there's been times when this planet has been a lot hotter than it is now. So all these fearmongers who are trying to scare you out of your money, like John Kerry and Al Gore. I like to spell Al Gore Algor, as in the Frankenstein movie, the black and white Frankenstein movie that Mel Brooks made years ago. Al Gore is a creep, a lying creep. John Kerry is nothing but a global liar. And they're both trying to get rich off fear-mongering global warming. Well, let me tell you something. Mankind is a lot better off when the globe warms than he is when it cools. During the Ice Age, about 10,000 years ago, mankind got down to about 1,200 people. We came that close to being extinct. But thank God the earth warmed up and things got better. You've got to understand, temperatures in the globe go up and down and up. We have ice ages, we have warm stages, and in every instance, mankind always does better when the globe is warmer. So don't make a political issue out of global warming and global cooling. It happens. And carbon dioxide, man-made global warming, is not that bad. In fact, the Earth right now is on a cooling trend. Of course, the scientists, they get money out of government if they can fearmonger. And governments can tax more if they fearmonger. So ignore the lying, constant lying of government and certain lying weathermen and men who study the Earth's temperature. They get more money if they lie to you. And there's a lot of lying going on. I don't like to refer to global warming as a hoax, because it's not. It warms and it cools, and it cools and it warms. That's not a hoax. It actually happens. But when they're trying to extort money from the hard-working middle class and upper class out there, then that's where your hoax is when people like John Kerry and Al Gore try to scare you into coughing up, forking over your money to them. And the liberal cults, religious, liberal, Marxist cults, they go along with all this. And they try to demonize you when you talk common sense. Now, when the world warms, man does better. When the volcanoes in Indonesia, Krakatoa, I think, is the big one. It put us into what's called a nuclear winter. and crops failed, people starved, people were hungry, people starved all over the planet for about 2 or 3 years. And then once all that dust finally settled and the sun began to warm the earth up again, man did a lot better. Because as the earth warms, now right now the hoax people, the fearmongers, they try to say global warming leads to drought. A little here and there, but hey, industrial agriculture has been able to overcome drought with irrigation and deeper digging of wells and going down and pulling up the aquifers, and there's plenty of water. It's just getting access to it, and man can irrigate and reroute water to the point where global warming is a blessing, because once they water these areas, and industrial agriculture and global warming has worked together to provide more food than ever in history. Industrial agriculture is doing a phenomenal job. Now, global cooling, mankind got down to about 1,200 people. Back during the Ice Age, we came that close to becoming extinct. Today, there's over 8 billion people on this planet, and we're still growing. Why? Because we can feed them. Because of the warmth of the planet and good agricultural methods, we're able to feed everybody. And the only time we have famines and starvation on this planet, it is politically caused by politics, by evil gangs like in Somalia and places in Sudan, places like that, where they take people's crops and food away from them. It's all starvation, or like Russia did with the kulaks in Russia back in the 1930s, trying to nationalize agriculture and taking farms away from the people who had run those farms for thousands of years and knew what they were doing. They were removed, murdered, starved, killed, put into the gulags, turned into slave labor. Bureaucrats were sent down to run the farms, and they had total failure. Didn't know what they were doing, and Russians starved. If it hadn't been for the United States agriculture system, more Russians would have starved. We helped them out considerably during that time. And of course, the news media lied about it. New York Times and these news outlets, Reuters, and all of them, they covered up what Stalin was doing to his people. And so starvation, there's where your hoax is when people are dying because of governments and politics, and the media lies about it. There's your hoax. And with global warming and modern agricultural methods, we have over 8 million people. And there's John Kerry's daughter out there trying to say that we got to get the population down to 1/2 billion, 500 million people, that would be a good natural number to maintain on Earth. And so leave it up to the liberals. They want to murder everybody and get the population down to their number. And of course they will still be alive, but you will be dead, because they want you off this planet. They want you dead and in the ground. And because and they don't know what a good number would be for the planet. We really don't know. All I can say is we're over 8 billion and growing, and until we get another ice age or something that reduces the population down to a very low number, then we don't know. But right now, global warming is a natural phenomenon. Man can contribute a little bit to it. Yes, he can. Too much concrete on the soil. But CO2 is not the problem. In fact, you don't want to get CO2 below a certain level. If you do, we'll turn this planet into another Mars. We have to have CO2 for our plants to breathe. They breathe CO2 and they give us oxygen. They give plants breathe CO2 and give animals oxygen. Animals breathe oxygen and exhale CO2. And so watch out for all the fear mongering, because all that hoax crap is political. But the earth is doing real well right now, and everybody's doing fine. We're all eating good. Any starvation on this planet is caused by politics, not by global warming or agriculture or anything like that. It's all caused by politics. So anyway, this is your hillbilly historian coming to you with some more honest truth about the world you live in, coming from the hills of East Tennessee and Appalachia. Thank you much.